Alright, whoa, bad way to start. What's up guys, me JackAsian here, making a one-off video just because I have the time to do it. So I have been building a certain deck as of late just to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And so far it's my favorite deck. It's not the best deck, it's definitely my favorite though. In its current build, I definitely have the most fun playing it, gaining all the life points. As you can tell, I play Aromages. I'm just going to go ahead and make it quick so I can have more time to do, things by myself. Anyway, start off I run 3 Jasmines. Probably my favorite card of the deck. Just gain life points and draw cards. I like that. Gain life points, draw cards. What's there not to like? Next, 3 Rosemaries. 3 Rosemaries, always good. I mean, just changing battle position so I can change Jasmine to defense or change, like, if Dark Law happens to be probably one of my unfavorite cards right now. Change Dark Law to defense, have a field card, and then just attack over Dark Law by putting it in defense. So, Rosemary definitely the good beater of the deck. And then there is Kanaga. Kanaga is probably the most useful and utilized card just because it can bounce back rows and it can boost my monsters by 500, or no, debuff my opponent's monsters by 500, I'm sorry. So to where I can get over strong, like, big things that I normally can't get big over. Wow, words. Alright. Then I played 1 Bergamot. Only 1. I wanted to play 2, but since the way I have my build, I only need 1. Really the, I wouldn't say boss monster of the deck, but definitely the biggest dude in my deck I can make semi-easily. Next, triple Lone Fire. Since there's no actual searching cards, or there is, but it's like not one that's very easily used. Lone Fire is the best way to go through the deck fast enough to search for all of my Aromage monsters. And then Cactus Bouncers, just the Gin Log or the vanities of the deck. I mean, it requires another plant monster, but if you have Jasmine on the field, then you're pretty much set, kind of set. All right, on to the spells. I play 2 Miracle Fertilizers. I mean, yes, I know it kind of conflicts with Bouncer, but if I don't have Bouncer, I can Miracle Fertilizer for Lone Fire and get these, or Bergamot's already in the graveyard, so I can have a, like, immediate threat quickly. Then 2 Spell Absorptions. I was contemplating this, and I was like, I just threw it in anyway, and it's been really useful because everyone plays, well, almost everyone plays spell cards. So if I just have like any of these, namely Kanaga or Jasmine, and the spell absorption, and my opponent activates a spell card, it's just like I get more pluses, or I can like effectively stop my opponent for a bit if they have certain back rows that I need to deal with. Next, I have 3 Gardens, obviously 3, because like the way to keep the Aromages going every turn, just boost all my monsters by 500, and if any of my Aromages die, gain 1,000. It's like, it kind of just like keeps my life points stable. And then 1 Regeki. I don't think I need to say much. Some people, I don't know. Chase said I shouldn't play Regeki, but it's a Regeki, so I'm gonna keep playing it. It's been useful, and I've never hated it because this deck doesn't really have any way to boost over anything. And if I can't boost over, I need to destroy it. And I thought about Dark Hole, but Regeki will work for right now. Then 3 Dualities. Just because I don't normally special summon that much, it's only kind of like a one-off thing when I really need it. It's a clutch special summon, but usually I just have Duality. Duality works. And then 2 Terraformings for the 2 field cards, and 2 MSTs. Just because I can't destroy all the back row, so I need to destroy more back row. As for traps, we go to the questionable 3 Dread Winds. I have tried 0 works. I've tried 2 works, and I tried 3 works. So since Dread Winds is a little, I don't know, it's very situational, but I do like the fact that Dread Winds is a continuous and I can use it multiple times for 1 card. Granted, it's only once per turn, but I can destroy a monster possibly once per turn effectively. So for right now, it's at 3. I like it at 3, and I'm going to keep it at 3 for the time being. And then the other wins, Humid Winds. The Searcher, pay 1,000 to search, or if your life points are less, gain 500 to help start the Aromage engine and get more things, more pluses, or be more, I don't know, tactically more, I don't know, just help you get the up on your opponent. And then other trap cards, 1 Vanity's Emptiness, help slow down your opponent. 2 breakthrough skills. Since you can't really stop your opponent's monsters, and that's really the big deal. Like, I can destroy backroads, like, I can destroy my opponent's monsters, but if they get an effect off, like, say, Acid or Dark Claw, I need to find a way to slow that down, stop it until I can get cards I need to destroy them. So breakthrough skills is the kind of the loop, the bridge for my deck to catch up to them. And then warning, just in case, obviously my deck's not that fast, so warning is a good backup. I have tried Juragito, and I love the concept of Juragito, but for some reason, this deck hates it for me. Like, I put it in, and this deck immediately fails. I was to the point to where I had, like, 1 less Duality, 1 less Dried Winds, and 1 less Kanaga just to put in 3 Juragitos, and it's like, it doesn't want to help. Juragitos don't want to help me except for, like, every once in a while. And then if I open up with Juragito and no other plant monsters, it's like I can't get started. So it's like I decided to take Juragito out altogether, and I've tried it, and I've liked it. I've also tried Poison of the Old Man. It is really useful. It's really nice, but it is a one-time usually purpose card that sometimes doesn't go off because, like, my opponent, I usually have Spell Absorption on the field by that time. And if I switch the 2, it's kind of like I'm using 1 card only once instead of using 1 card throughout its longevity. So I'm kind of going for, like, keeping pressure and presence through the whole game. Like, I get blown out by Fairy Winds, but you know what? That's why I play multiples, and I try to play only 1 at a time. Even if except for Spell Absorption, I like to play both of them. If I had to play 3, I'd play all 3 at once. I mean, I know it'd probably clog, but I just love Spell Absorption. I mean, smart. If you want to play smart, don't only play 1 Spell Absorption. But if you, no, it's kind of up to you. I like Spell Absorption. It's just a constant flow. Alright, going to side deck and extra deck. I'm not going to dwell on these too much just because I don't normally go into this. Well, I don't normally go to the extra deck often. But if I do, I just have a Malaya, Honor Arc, Berserk, Rhapsody and Berserk, Cowboy, Castell, Dark Rebellion, Xyz Dragon, Emerald, Dweller, Ancient Sacred Weather, and I'll tell you how I get into that in a minute. And then I have Ancient Fairy Dragon, whoops, the Chariot Beast, and Barkian. I can't even go into Barkian, I just put him in there just to put him in there, so I'm not really going to dwell into it. But the way I go into Beast is I would side in Cosmo Beat. Now this is just for fun, I wouldn't recommend this, but this is just for me and I have fun with it. I put in Cosmo Beat sideboard, throw it in if I need to stop spells. I mean, I probably should play 2 if I'm going to side it in so I can go Beast faster because of Lone Fire and Kanaga. And then just go into this, but that's just the thing. Then Ghost Ogres are useful. 2 Effect Veilers are useful. Rose Archers, if you have a plant monsters and people like to activate their Storming, Mirror Forces, or Deep Prisons or whatever useful trap card they have, Rose Archers. I should make that a 3rd one. And then Shared Rides, these should be mistakes, but once I get mistakes, I put them in. But I hate the card mistakes, so I probably won't play mistakes. I'll probably keep it Shared Rides. Or when I can get my second Mistaken Arrest, I'll replace these with Mistaken Arrest. Then Debunks, because Debunks. And then Rivalry, because all my plants are monsters now, especially without Juragito. All my monsters are plants. And the ban plays on for people that play Clownblade. And like I said, I'm not taking my side deck too seriously. I'm not taking my extra deck too seriously. Not at the moment. I'm not planning on playing any competitive places, no regionals, no events. So this is kind of like the fun build. But right now, it's been working the most optimal for me. This build at this moment. Like I'm not gonna say I'm gonna beat people, but it's like this is probably the best build I've had where I have the most fun and the most effectiveness against most decks out there. So there you go. I put a deck profile finally on my channel after all this time. I'm making it quick and kind of on point. So I'll probably, if I'm, still have more time, I'll probably make a video or 2 about me playing these, probably on DevPro, probably record it, and we'll see what happens. So signing out.